Hello, 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 goddesses, and welcome to this Monday's Moonday. Today is September 15th, and I am Dee Savoie, your goddess whisperer. And I would love to have you stay with me for this half an hour so that we can delve deeply into our topic for tonight, which is how we can expand into flow. So, if you're ready, you may want to grab a journal or a pen, a glass of water. Make sure you have a comfy seat because we're going to do a little bit of gentle movement. And if you want to light a candle, if you want to put on some essential oils to in your diffuser, you can do that as well. And you know me, I like to start out with a little blessing for everybody. So again, I have my in honor of the blood moon we just had, a little blood. Here we go. Let me see if you can see it here. We're trying to get it lit. A little bit of a blessing for you guys to start with. Here we go. Now wants to set my computer on fire. Hang on 1 second. Let's get rid of you. Uh, this is just a beautiful way to clear our energies. Put a little bit around myself, a little bit in the heart, a little bit in the womb, a little bit in the third eye, and around the crown. And here we go. So the first thing that I really want to share with you is that we do use a lot of womb language in our Moonday messages. However, if this doesn't resonate with you, or you're like, well, maybe I don't have a womb, or I had a womb and I don't anymore, or maybe I'm male, or maybe whatever, and that womb language does not really suit you, you can really just think of it as your creativity center because that's what it is for both men and women. This is our creativity center in our bodies, and we can just think of it that way if it doesn't resonate with you. Okay. So I love it if you are listening. Can you please drop your first name or one word about yourself into the chat so I know you're here? If you don't want to put your name, how about one word that you wish to call in for yourself this week? Okay. Now, I just want to remind everybody also that this is a safe place for being together, for sharing. You can participate in any way you like or not participate at all. This is, I said, a safe space. Everything is optional and everything is by invitation. So if you don't feel called to do something, it's perfectly fine to skip that or to do something else in its place that feels more grounding and acceptable to you. So here we go. Let's start as we usually do. We take our left hand, we place it on our heart, our right hand, we place it on our womb, and we just soften into these two places. We let our shoulders relax, our neck relax, our spine relax, our butt relax. How many people right now feel like they're, even as they're sitting there, butt is a little bit clenched? Relax into that. Relax your hips and your pelvic bowl. Relax your legs and thighs. Relax your ankles and put your feet flat on the floor if you can. If you're a shorty like me, you may not be able to put your feet flat on the floor in your chair. And so we're going to breathe in for a few cycles, breathe in for 4, and breathe out for 6. So let's breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in for 4, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in for 4, 1, 3, 4. Breathe out for 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last time. Breathe in for 4, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out and make a sound for the 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we should have let go all of the tension of the day, all the stress of the day. We are now in a much more relaxed position. Remind yourself to also let go of unclench your jaw, your eyebrows, give them a wiggle, your ears, the top of your head. Notice how the chair beneath you or the bed beneath you holds you, and the floor beneath your feet holds you. You are safe, secure, and grounded. So, the thing that we really want to focus on tonight is our posture of expansion in our lives and even in our own bodies. And we don't mean expansion like weight, expand the energy of our body around us. Okay? We want to be able to be in flow, and flow requires that we, as much as we can, get rid of those blockages that keep us feeling stiff and uncomfortable and tight and tense, and allowing energy, life, enjoyment, pleasure to flow through us every day and always possible. Bracing feels like that tight jaw, the lifted shoulders, the held in breath, and overdoing. And I was just on a Sister Goddesses um, uh, panel the other day, and we were talking just about this, about how much we have invested in hustle culture, where if you are not at every moment that you're awake, not working on your business or working on your job or cleaning your house or worrying about your children, if you're not taking care of your man at that moment, if you just sit down on the sofa and relax and indulge in some ice cream, that somehow you are wasting time, you are wasting energy, and not allowing yourself to have replenishment, to fill up your cup, or fill your cup back up, or to just do nothing. There is value in doing absolutely nothing. Now, expansion, on the other hand, is like length and width and softness and space in your ribs for open breathing, open palms, steady breath. Overflow is what happens when your capacity, how much you can hold, how much good and vibrant energy you can hold, increases a little every day. Tiny expansions compound. It's like your money in the bank. Even a small amount of money, given the right interest, can net you a much bigger bounty than that little small investment you put in. So, what we really want to be able to do is to allow this expansion within ourselves to create a flow in our bodies, a flow of energy, a flow of abundance, a flow of wealth, a flow of friends, a flow of enjoyment, in everything that we are doing. Because, a lot of times um, we get to a point where even if we're doing something that we love, we get it's so blindsided by I can do this and I can do that and I'm hustling here and I'm running and running and running that we don't even enjoy the thing that used to bring us pleasure anymore. So we don't want to get that in that place. Okay, so I want you to now we're going to do a little exercise. We said we're going to be doing a little movement today. So let's either sit or stand with soft knees, right? Can you do that where you are right now? Just relax a little bit. Almost feel a little loose in the body. Okay, that's why you want your knees soft. You don't want them locked hard into place. You don't want any part of your body locked hard into place. And now imagine that there's a golden thread coming down and lifting the crown of your head just about 2% from where it was. You can see how my posture shifted, right? So I was kind of like this, and then the golden thread came and lifted. It's really lifting the crown up. And at the same time, tuck under your tailbone just that little 2%. It's not clamped, it's not tight, just a little, just enough so that you know that you have tucked, right? Okay. And just take a minute and breathe there. And as you do so, your shoulders should slowly relax and allow you to have more breath coming in. And as you inhale, you can say to yourself, I open. And as you exhale, say, I receive. I open. I receive. Ooh, that felt good. I open and I receive. Because even on the exhalation, you are creating space for more energy, more life, more vitality, more vibrancy to come into your body. Okay. Now, you still have your head up, your pelvis tucked, right? If they came undone while we're doing the breathing, tuck them back up. And now what you want to do is gently broaden your collarbones, right? Stretch your shoulders back a little bit. Does that feel expansive to you? And let your shoulders melt down because we don't want to be up here. We want to be down. We want to be down here. And almost feeling like you're breathing into the side of your ribs. And now we're going to feel into our pelvic bowl, which really can feel like a bowl. And either you're holding things in or maybe you're going back and forth with your pelvis and tipping things out. But we want to hold everything in right now and slowly circle the pelvis counterclockwise as if you're drawing a circle on the floor with your pelvic bone. And now try the other way, clockwise, and feel how your sacroiliac expands with this practice. And remember to breathe. Every time you exercise in any way, you need to remember to breathe because that's what gives us our strength and our flow and our energy. And now we're just going to hold for a minute and allow all this energy to recalibrate into our bodies. Wow, that felt wonderful. I hope you enjoyed that too. Okay. So now, what I really want to talk to you now about is building into your life this abundance that we talk about. And how we do that is through our own creative actions. Abundance isn't about sitting about, lounging upon your sofa, and waiting for $1 million to suddenly just flow down and land on you, and that's it. You have to create the conditions in your life for abundance to visit. Okay. Like I say, sometimes, it's like saying, I want to have $1 million in the bank, but you don't even have an account. So, how is that even going to happen for you? So, you really want to be able to open yourself up to the flow of abundance in the universe. And you do this by setting clear intentions about what you desire to create in your life. What does abundance look like for you? What kind of abundance are you even craving at this moment? I was talking to somebody the other day, and she was saying how um, money was fine for her, but she felt like she had lost a lot of friends along the way. So she was looking for more camaraderie and more sisterhood to come back into her life. It wasn't about finances, it was about having friends. So, what kind of abundance are you looking for right now? And that's going to determine your actions. What are you going to ask the universe for? Right now, if you were a business person and you wanted an abundance of money, you would go out and you would maybe create an ad, or you'd create a shop, or you'd create a product that people would want to pay for and then give you money. You ask them for money. You don't just put out your stuff and say, well, most people don't. Here's my stuff. And hopefully somebody will say, I want it, and pay money for it. This is a transaction that you're asking for that person. So you're going to ask the universe in the same way for this type of exchange to come into your life, right? So, what is your ask right now of the universe? What is it that, and you can just, if you have your journal, you can write it down. Or if you don't have a journal, you can just hold on to it. You know, when I used to teach elementary school many years ago, and we were learning how to do certain things, and it was maybe a multi-part thing where you had to remember something for later. But I always tell my students, put what you want or what you're trying to remember someplace on your head, like right here. And then, since it's right here, when you need to remember it, you can touch that spot again and it'll be right there for you. And it always worked. So I hope it'll work for you. Just put what you're asking the universe. If you don't have a pen or paper, put it right here and go back to it later when you have a recording device with you. Okay, so um, let's go through what some of our asks can be right now. Okay, so let's think about this. You want one gift, right? What is one gift that is ripe in me right now? This is your first question. What is one gift that is ripe in me right now? So, if you are wanting the universe to call in abundance for you, what you giving back? What is that gift that you can offer so that you can call in your abundance right now? And it could be, think about um, yourself as just as say just a regular old woman in the world. Um, Maybe your gift is baking cakes. Maybe your gift is a certain healing modality that you learn that you share with people, even if you don't charge money for it, right? What if your gift is being able to help other people fix their resumes, right? What is one gift that you're sharing with the world right now so that when you are looking for something in return, there's an exchange? Okay. Okay. What is one simple way you can share this gift? Can you bake a cake for a friend? Can you um, start your own healing business or your own healing practice? It doesn't necessarily have to be a business. Um, can you give a speech? Can you lead a workshop? Can you watch another woman's children so that she does not have to pay exorbitant childcare expenses for a time, right? What can you do? And what single step? Here's number three. What single step can move you forward in this gift today? Okay. What can you do in order to move yourself forward today so that you're in the flow of abundance? What can you do? Okay. Number four, and I think this is one of the most important ones, is from whom can I ask support? If you are trying to move into abundance, abundance does not come by itself all alone to you. Okay. Abundance is generally a collaboration of people or ideas or places or help or you know um, whatever it is that you're looking for. So it is not a lonely process to live in abundance because we are all interdependent on one another. So who can you ask for support? Maybe you just need a prayer. Maybe you need a referral for your business. Maybe you need to be introduced to a support person like a doctor or a healer that can help you with whatever you're going through medically. Who can you rely on? And sadly, I think a lot of women would say, I don't have anybody that I could make an ask of to help me or to support me. To me, that's kind of sad because, you know, I think ever since COVID, we've been living in a world where we isolate ourselves more than we go out into the world, expecting to be welcomed, expecting for people to honor us. We're expecting people to support us in a variety of ways. And I think it's up to each of us individually to try to reset that dynamic that has come about since COVID. And that's something that I'm working on right now. So if there's anybody out there that wants to collaborate on different things and support each other and move forward, please contact me because that's what I am for. My I'm looking forward to for my next trip around the sun, which is going to start at the end of October. That's really going to be my goal for that year. And so you made me sad, made me cry. Um, but I think it's time that we all reached out to one another to help each other lessen and lighten our load as we go forward from here. Okay. So those were your questions. So what I want you to also think about is how expansive does that make you feel when you are ready to go out from inside yourself and to expand and to allow more people into your sphere with whom you're really asking support and guidance. And then in return, doing that for others, right? Because it's not just about me, me, me. It's not about, well, I want everybody to do for me. And I just sit back on the queenly throne and I don't have to do for anybody. It really is about reciprocity. Okay. So if you're asking for something, what are you giving? And that's why we started with our gift. What is our gift that we can give out to the world that we can um, be of help to others? Because we want to be of help first and then look to be helped, ideally. Okay. So if you would like to, you can share in the chat here or on any other platform that we're on. I think we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn. If you want to share any of the answers that you came up with to our questions, please feel free to do so. And we really want to get to that point of feeling like my cup runneth over. There's no reason why in this time that we should not feel the abundance of people around us, of friends around us, of the ease and flow of money coming back and forth. I mean, this the economy, I think, is an excuse we all have that, why things are not, um, why we don't feel abundant. But money isn't really the only measure of our abundance. So I think that's kind of a cop out for us because we can find abundance anywhere because the abundance is not the amount of money or friends or time or whatever that we have. It's our feeling about the time, the energy, the money that we actually have to expend or to hold on to or whatever. That's what abundance is about. Abundance is the feeling that we get when we are in flow. So we really want to keep trying to maintain that feeling that things are flowing in and out and allow that sometimes things might feel a little restrictive. Like the other day, I was feeling like, okay, well, this, I was thinking about all my financial obligations, toward the end of the month. And I was thinking about, well, how are we going to do this and this and this and this and, move stuff around and blah, blah, blah. And just as I was thinking that, I felt myself tense up as if I didn't have enough to do everything that I need to do, as if I didn't have enough time, energy, money, friends, whatever, right, to do what I needed to do. And the minute I started to breathe my way out of that feeling, because we can all get there, regardless of how much we have, because it's the feeling, it's not the amount. So you can feel yourself tense up. Oh my God, what's going to happen? And blah, blah, blah. And what if this is late? And blah. And then once you start to breathe through it and to release it in your body, right? Then you can let go of that feeling of scarcity because it's not real. It's not real. If you are not to the point where you don't know where your next meal is coming from, or you're not to the point where you don't know where you're going to stay tonight, or you're not at the point where um, you don't have money for basic food, clothing, shelter, housing, right? Then there is no scarcity in your life. Okay. So, and even for those people who are experiencing so much dire straits, if we were more generous with those people, they would never need to suffer. We have in America enough money to pay for everybody. If we stopped paying for deporting people, we might spend more money on food, but that's another story. Okay. But there is no need for anybody to suffer. It is only our own lack of generosity toward our neighbors that keeps people suffering. And the feeling that I need to hold on to mine. And it's a zero sum game that if somebody has, then that means I can't have. And so once we get out of that mentality, we can do beautiful and wonderful things in our lives. Being in the flow, allowing abundance to come in, and allowing the freedom in our lives to really enjoy and to feel pleasurable about whatever we have, however we have it, and to just feel joy. So, thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me tonight. I really want to talk for just 1 minute before we go because I know I have like 30 seconds before our half hour is up. But I will be coming on in the Conscious Creatrix group of mine on Facebook, and you can look it up on Facebook because I want to talk about our next project, which is our new book, I'm Every Woman, that we will be seeking authors for. So if you are interested, please DM me, please let me know, and I will share more information with you about the book and what we're looking for contributors. And hopefully, there will be an abundance of people looking forward to being in this book and sharing together all of the wonders of being an author. My last couple of books have gone number one on Amazon, and I'm looking to expand outside of Amazon because uh, I think that's really what's appropriate right now, um, and to make the book available everywhere. And I just want to thank you for joining me tonight, and hopefully, I will see you around the internet. Have a wonderful night. Good night.